Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Irene and I'm back with another tutorial, and today we'll be crocheting a bow. This is a super fun and easy tutorial, and the instructions are in a way where you can use it to make bows of different sizes. You can make this bow for itself, or you can also use it as a hair accessory or attach it to other crochet projects to make them look cuter. The tutorial is going to be super detailed so that even beginners can follow along. So let's take a look at all the things that you will need for making this. For this project, you will need yarn. I am using a mohair-like yarn. I don't know exactly what this yarn is, but for the finished bow, I have used this yarn. It is a really fine yarn and it's fuzzy. So I am using 2 strands of this. So I am basically using it like this. Because it's fuzzy and super fine, it might be difficult for you to see the stitches, and for that I'm going to use a different yarn so that you can see the stitches properly. This project is completely customizable, so you can definitely use whatever yarn you would like. I have explained the steps in a way in which you can easily adjust the size and the measurements of the bow. Along with this, I'm using a 5mm hook. You can use whatever hook size is recommended for your yarn. We will also need some yarn needle, scissors and measuring tape, which is optional. To start, we will make a slip knot, for which you will hold the yarn like this and wrap it around 2 of your fingers, and then go into this nearer loop and pull the farther loop through and tighten the whole thing, and then you just pull it like this, and this is your slip knot. Once you have your slip knot, you can start chaining. The length of the chain will depend on your bow. So for my bow, I have made a chain of 100 plus 1. So whatever the chain length will be, that will determine the length of your bow. So I'll show you how to measure that. So firstly, to chain, we will yarn over. So wrap the yarn around the hook like this and pull it through the loop on the hook like this. That's the chain 1. Again, wrap the yarn around the hook like this and pull it through the loop on the hook. So that's a chain 2. Again, wrap the yarn around the hook and pull it through. Chain 3. Again, wrap the yarn around the hook, pull it through. So that is a chain 4. Again, wrap the yarn around the hook, pull it through. So I have made a chain of 5. So for my bow, I have made a chain of 100. So I will go ahead and do that. But here for demonstration, I'm going to make a shorter length. So first I have made a chain 60. So if I make a chain of 60, then the size of my bow is going to be determined like this. It's going to be approximately of this size. So it depends on how big you want the bow that the chain will be determined. So we will have it extended here, but this is roughly the size of the bow. So you will go ahead and make the chain as long as you want. I have made a chain of 100, and that chain 100 measures 50 centimeters. So that is the measurement with which you can go if you want the bow of the same size. So I'm going to show you what you have to do after you have made the length of your chain. I'm going to work with a chain 25. You have to make the length that you want for your bow. Just repeat the same steps that I'm going to show you after this for whatever length you choose. So once you have your chain of 100 or whatever, you are going to chain 1. This is for turning. And once you have your extra chain 1, that means if you have chained 100, then you will have 101. After this, you are going to yarn over and then work into the next chain. Not the chain that you just made, but the chain next to it. Okay, and you're going to go in there, go into this loop right here and wrap the yarn around the hook, pull it through. Now you have 3 loops on the hook. Now wrap the yarn around the hook and pull it through all 3 of these loops. And this is a half double crochet. You're going to make a half double crochet into each of these chains. So yarn over, into the next chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. Again yarn over into the next chain, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. Again yarn over into the next loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. So that is the repetition for you. So yarn over into the next chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. So you have to make 1 half double crochet into every chain till you reach the end of this chain. So here I have made all my double crochet and I'm at my last chain, so I'll make the last half double crochet. There. So once you have this, you are going to chain 1 and turn your work. This chain 1 does not count as a stitch. And now for the next round, for whatever chain length you have chosen, you have to continue in the same way. So for the next round you are going to make an incomplete half double crochet. So yarn over, you will go into the first space, pull up a loop. Now you will not complete this half double crochet, but you will make another one in the next space. So yarn over into the next space, yarn over, pull up a loop. Now you will have 5 loops on your hook. Now you will yarn over and pull through all of these loops. So I have decreased it. Now I'm going to make a decrease in the next 2 of the stitches as well. So yarn over into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over into the next stitch, pull up a loop, 5 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through all 5. So in this way we have decreased the 4 stitches to 2 stitches. Now after this we are going to continue making half double crochets. So in the next one we are going to make a half double crochet by yarning over, going into the space and yarning over again and pulling it through. So that's a half double crochet, and I'll keep making half double crochets throughout the length of this chain till I reach the end and I'm left with 4 stitches again. So stop when you have last 4 stitches left. So here I am at the end and I have 4 last stitches left. So here I am going to decrease. So yarn over into the next space, pull up a loop, yarn over into the next space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all of these. Again yarn over into the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over into the next stitch, which is the last stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all of these. So in this way we have decreased the stitches in the beginning and in the ending. Now we will chain 1, turn the work, and again when we are going to begin the next round we are going to decrease 2. Okay, so yarn over, work into the first space, so into the space, pull up a loop, will not finish it, yarn over into the next space, pull up a loop, 5 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all of them. Again yarn over into the next space, pull up a loop, yarn over into the next space, pull up a loop, 5 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all of them. So again we have decreased 2. So now we are going to normally make half double crochets till we have 4 of the stitches left in the end. So here I have 4 stitches left. So these are the 2 decreased ones plus the next 2. So I will decrease here. So into this space, pull up a loop, into the next space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all of them. Again into the next space, pull up a loop, into the next space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all of them. So in this way we have decreased in the beginning and in the ending, and I have made 3 rows so far. So you are going to repeat the second round till whatever width you want for the bow. So I have made a total of 8 rounds. So these are 3 rounds. I have made 5 more of this, and in each of these rounds, in the beginning and in the ending, I am decreasing. So this is what I have worked on from the beginning. This has a chain of 100 and this measures 50 centimeter. The width of this piece is about 3 inches and I have made a total of 8 rows, and the beginning of each row I have decreased twice. Also in the ending I have decreased twice. So once you have made your last decrease, you can chain 1 and fasten off. There. Once you have the whole thing, you can lay it down in this manner to check if the width is okay with you. So this is how it's going to be. You just have to fold it in like this and adjust it. So this is how it's going to be. So here we are going to just make it like that. So if this width is okay with you, then this is enough, or you can make another round. Now the last thing that we have to do is to make the center, the piece that will be here in the center. So let's do that. Again, for that we are going to make the slip knot, for which we will wrap the yarn around our fingers and pull the loop through and tighten it. Once you have this, you are going to chain. I am going to chain 15. To chain, wrap the yarn around the hook and pull it through the loop on your hook. Again, wrap it around the hook and pull it through. How long you want this chain will be determined by your bow. So this has to be something that you can wrap around here. So if you are holding it like this, the chain that you are making should be able to wrap around this middle. So here, this is enough. Now once you have this chain, you can start making 1/2 double crochet into every chain. So yarn over into the next chain and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. Again, yarn over into the next loop, pull up a loop, pull through all 3. Again, so 3 half double crochet. So you are going to continue making half double crochets till the end of this chain. So I have my last half double crochet there. So that is the first row. After this, you are going to chain 1. This does not count as a stitch, and you are going to turn your work. And again, you are going to make 1/2 double crochet into every single stitch. So yarn over into the next space, pull up a loop, pull through all of them. Here I am done with my second row. So this one has 2 rows. You can make more if you want it wider. For my bow, I have made 3 rows. So once you have the number of rows you want, you can just chain 1 and fasten off. And when you cut the yarn, make sure to leave a little bit of tail to sew it up. Once you have both of these pieces, now we are going to join them. To join, we are going to use a tapestry needle. Now once you have it placed like this, you will have this center where you are going to join it. So you are just going to fold it like this and roughly mark this place like this. Now you can tie this up. So you will tie this up and you are going to bring this through the front as well. You can now fold it, adjust it and pass your tapestry needle through both the sides of the bow. Again, it doesn't have to be super tight, it just has to keep it in place. Open it up. So it's roughly in its place now. Something like this. If this is still loose, you can again pass this through here and attach it in place. And once this is done, you can just tighten it. Just pull it so that it tightens. Now you're going to pass this yarn through and fix it in here before cutting it off. Once this is fixed in here, I'm going to pass it through here and cut this yarn off. Now once this is done, we can attach this part. So take this part like this, wrap it over the center and join it at the back like this. So once you have this, this is how it will be at the back. The two ends should meet, right? So these two ends are going to meet. Now we are just going to join them with the tapestry needle. So this end that you had left for sewing, this end we are going to thread it through the needle. Now we're just going to sew it. If your band is a bit bigger, it's fine, because you can overlap it with the other side and stitch it tighter. So here, it's done. Now all of this is done. Now if you're just making a bow like that, you can cut off the yarn right here. But if you're going to attach this with something, then you might want to keep it like this, and you can use the leftover yarn to sew it onto wherever you are going to attach it. The only thing that is left now is for you to hide those loose ends. And with that, you have finished making the bow.